The human body is strange. That's undeniable. The thing is, some are stranger and more unique than others. Today we will see 10 rare and extravagant things that only some can do. 1. You are one of those people who can move their eyebrows at will. According to a study by the University of Sydney, only a quarter of the population can do it. Even rarer is someone who can move both separately. There is a belief that only people with certain facial muscles can achieve it, but this is false. We all have the same number of muscles, just some have more control over them than others. If you practice and exercise them, you will soon be able to do this. This ability was very common in the past. Most, if not all, of our ancestors could do it. It was one of many forms of communication before we learned to speak. 2. You're able to move your thumb in unusual ways. You're not deformed, you suffer from something called hitchhiker's thumb, an extension of the distal joint that keeps the thumb straight. About 25% of the population does not have their thumbs like this. It has no advantages or disadvantages. It does not affect the functions of the thumb or cause any pain. It is something inherited genetically. 3. We can all still learn to sing in tune if we practice. Absolutely everyone, even this person. It is estimated that only 10% of people can achieve it without any experience. That is, unless you speak Mandarin Chinese. 60% of people who speak this language are able to sing in tune because Mandarin is one of the most complex languages in the world. They not only use the tongue to emit sounds, but also the throat, palate, and nose. The intonation of words plays a very important role. Listen to how they use different tones when pronouncing words.
我姓郝，我叫郝丽。
In science, and if you learn Chinese, you will also sing better. 4. This one is very rare. Some people are able to hear a kind of vibration or noise in their ears when they tense the muscles of their jaw and ears. It's pressure on the jaw and closing the eyes, and you heard it. It sounds similar to the sound of the Tyrannosaurus Rex makes when walking in Jurassic Park. If you hear it, you're one of the few people capable of moving the tensor tympani muscle located in the middle ear. 5. Your tongue is always in motion throughout the day. This organ contracts, expands, flattens, and moves in all directions inside the mouth. You can form a U. Approximately 60% of the world's population is capable of rolling their tongue this way. It's not that rare, but what's strange is if you can form a cloverleaf shape with it. Only 6% of the world's population can do it. Once again, with practice, it is possible to achieve it. Hey, if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this. 6. A very small percentage of the population suffers from superior canal dehiscence syndrome. Among other things, this defect in a bone inside the ear canal causes those who suffer from it to hear the sound of their eyes moving in their ears. It sounds somewhat terrifying, don't you think? Those who suffer from it say they hear small clicks when their eye muscles are stretched. 7. Between 87 and 92% of the population is right-handed. 8 to 13% are left-handed. Only 1% of the population is ambidextrous. The fact that you can use both hands for some things doesn't mean you are. To be considered ambidextrous, it's necessary to be equally skilled with both the right and left hand. Take Rahasena van Dam as an example, a Dutch artist who can draw equally well with both hands. Comment if you're left or right-handed. 8. For 4% to 14% of the population, cilantro tastes like soap. People who detect this taste in the plant share a gene called OR6A2, which is responsible for encoding the taste we perceive from a group of molecules called aldehydes. These molecules are responsible for the aroma of cilantro. They are also byproducts of soap manufacture. Next time someone gives you a weird look for saying cilantro tastes like soap, give them this explanation. 9. It's impressive and perhaps envy-inducing to know that 5% of all people in the world have never experienced a headache. If you're one of them, consider yourself rare and fortunate. Headaches are terrible, especially migraines. It's not exactly known why it happens, but it's believed to have something to do with a group of chemical transmitters that sends messages to the brain when we feel stress, tension, and fatigue. 10. Imagine not being able to hear low-frequency sounds. Those who suffer from reverse slope hearing loss stop hearing low-frequency sounds, including noise, thunder, refrigerator or microwave vibrations, insect buzzes, and in some cases, male voices. Reverse slope hearing loss is generally hereditary and common in people who suffer from Wolfram syndrome. Less than 1% of the population has this condition that affects the cochlea, an inner part of the ear close to the auditory nerve. That's all for today. If you want to see more videos like this every week, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.